This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for January 6, 2023, taxi overturns in 4-vehicle crash in St. Elizabeth. At least 10 people are nursing minor injuries following a 4-vehicle crash on the Lacovia Main Road in St. Elizabeth on Thursday. The crash involved a taxi and 3 private motor vehicles. Preliminary reports are that about 6 p.m., the taxi collided with a motor car, causing it to overturn and hit 2 other vehicles before coming to a stop. The news understands that one of the private motor cars was being driven by a senior police officer who escaped injury. The occupants of the taxi and the 2 other private motor cars reportedly received minor injuries. On Wednesday, the news reported on a 2-vehicle crash on the Lacovia Main Road in which 6 people narrowly escaped serious injuries. Man dead after suspected hit-and-run in Manchester. Police were last night at the scene of a suspected hit-and-run which claimed the life of a man at a Camp Gate near Christiana in Manchester. Sources say the man is a resident of Camp Gate. The circumstances surrounding the incident are not yet clear, but a reliable source said the incident happened late Thursday. Police had cordoned off the area as they probed the incident. 82-year-old farmer found with a throat slashed. An 82-year-old farmer was found dead with his throat slashed in Mount Plymouth in Leeds, St. Elizabeth on Thursday morning. He is Stanford Baker, otherwise called Fudd, who was found by family members. Police said relatives last saw the elderly man about 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Having not seen him Thursday morning, they went in search of him around 9:30 a.m. He was reportedly discovered locked in a shed in his yard. The shed was forced open, and the now deceased was seen in a pool of blood. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, the lifeless body of the deceased was found lying face down. During the processing of the scene, it was discovered that his throat was cut. The body was later removed and an investigation launched. Suspect in Corporal Delwin Jacksons' murder arrested. One of the men believed to be involved in the 2021 shooting death of Police Corporal Delwin Jackson was on Wednesday arrested. Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, acting commanding officer for the St. Catharines South Police Division, says the 27-year-old suspect was arrested following a series of targeted operations in Hanover. A .38 revolver and 3.38 cartridges were also recovered. Superintendent Nicholson said the suspect will soon be questioned. Corporal Jackson and a taxi operator were shot dead by gunmen in Central Village in August 2021. The policeman's service pistol was stolen. Government urged to ramp up vaccination efforts. Professor of Public Health at the University of the West Indies, Mona, Peter Figueroa, is urging the government to ramp up its vaccination program following the emergence of a new COVID-19 subvariant in China and other parts of the globe. The Ministry of Health has been issuing warnings for people to get vaccinated and to take the necessary precautions to prevent COVID-19 infections. In an interview with the news, Dr. Figueroa said he is concerned that the country's vaccination program is on the decline.
Well, we do need to be alert to the fact that we are seeing a spreading of COVID in China and the increase in the number of cases in the United States and some other countries. So it is important that especially for the elderly persons and persons with comorbid conditions that they get vaccinated. Unfortunately, our vaccination coverage for COVID still remains very low, and therefore, although some people may have been infected before, they lose the immunity over time, and therefore they should really try and get themselves vaccinated as long as they're elderly or have an immune deficiency or have any comorbid condition. The other thing people should consider seriously is that it's not only COVID that's going around, but also other respiratory tract infections, RSV, influenza, transportation or indoors with other people.
Car catches fire on Mandela Highway. Firefighters rushed to put out a car fire on the Mandela Highway in St. Andrew on Thursday evening. Reports are that the convertible was traveling along the busy thoroughfare about 7:30 p.m. when it developed mechanical problems and caught fire. There were no reported injuries. Biker shoots a biker in Negril. A bike rider was attacked, shot and injured by another as he rode his motorcycle in Negril, Westmoreland on Wednesday night. The injured man, who is 36 years old, has since been admitted to hospital, police revealed. Reports reaching the news indicate that around 7 p.m., the now injured man was riding a motorcycle when he was attacked by a man on another motorcycle who opened gunfire at him. The victim narrowly escaped being shot but fell from his motorbike. He got up and ran but was chased by the gunman, who shot him several times before riding away. The injured man was assisted to the hospital, where he was treated and admitted in serious condition. Police, upon processing the shooting scene, found 6 spent shells. No motive has been established for the shooting. 172 killed in the past 5 years, 2 since January 1, 2023. 172 taxi operators have been killed by gunmen over the last 5 years, according to Edgerton Newman, president of the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services. It is a staggering number, really. 172 taxi operators have been slain in one way or another. We are under the gun, we are under siege, Newman told the news. Several have been abducted, we haven't heard from them, they have just gone missing, especially in the year 2021. But 172 have been slain by the gun and the instruments of death, he continued. According to the statistics compiled by TODS, there were 23 murders of taxi operators in 2018, then 17 in 2019. The number of murders in the sector doubled with 34 murders in 2020 and has steadily increased since then, with 41 murders in 2021 and a high of 57 in 2022. The high mortality rate has continued unchecked, with 2 murders and 1 suicide in the transport sector in the first 5 days of 2023. On Wednesday, 32-year-old taximan Javon Ferguson was discovered slumped over the steering wheel of his taxi along a roadway in Seaview Gardens in St. Andrew. He had been shot in the head. The latest case involves a 34-year-old taxi driver, Ansel Thomas, who was shot dead by a gunman at the Nagahead Transport Center in Portmore, St. Catherine on Thursday morning. Newman noted that even with high mortality rates, an astounding number of taxi operators don't have life insurance policies, which creates an added burden on their families in the event of their deaths. It is unfortunate that transport operators, and especially the workers in the sector, don't have life insurance coverage. Most, 85% by rough estimation, don't have insurance. We have sought out life insurance policies for them, but they are unable to pay the premium because of the low wages, the cost of paying tickets, Newman said. He pointed to the level of mistrust between insurance companies and the taxi operators, which have led to the low numbers of those actually accessing the benefits of life insurance policy. Several just refuse to pay because they feel that the insurance company is ripping them off. We have had several meetings with major insurance companies to provide packages for them, and very few are taking up the offer for life insurance. Most of them, when they die, we have to get involved to find the resources to provide for their funeral. Their children are left behind, no support, because the transport business is one where you are contracted to work, Newman said. He promised that this year must be an action year for the transport sector. We have to transform ourselves. The sector needs a total overhaul, but when you have 37,000 vehicles with 34,000 owners, everybody thinks about their own business and the way of life, and we're striving for unity within the transport sector this year, Newman said. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.